No, see.
You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions.
Hello, hello, hello. The message on today is God is about to script your enemy. God is about to script the enemy that chooses to keep hurting you, your family, your kids, just about your loved ones. Now, when we have people out here who thinks it's okay to keep attacking God's people, want to force God's people hand, God got a way of always having a way of protecting his people. God always got a way of allowing his people to be in safekeeping. God always got a way of defeating the enemy. So when the enemy think they're going to force your hands to make y'all do things out of the will of God just because the enemy can't get its way, God is going to script them. God is going to script them of their finances to teach them a lesson. I keep saying over and over again, these people need to stop acting like they're God. They really believe they can do whatever they want to do to somebody and get away with it. I'm telling some of y'all, stop having pity on these people who are wicked. Sometimes you got to call judgment on these people. If you believe in God, you need to know your rights, things you can do and things you're not supposed to do. The same way how the enemy can come against us and do all kind of weird things, the same way God give his people power too. Use your power and start calling judgment on people who sitting here doing things to y'all. Use what God give y'all. Stop sitting here crying. Wipe your tears. Don't cry. You ain't got to cry no more. When God done give you power, he give you that knowledge, but a lot of time people don't want y'all to know this type stuff. A lot of things was hidden from the people for generations. And you know why a lot of this stuff was hidden from people for generations now? Because the same very people who don't want y'all knowing this information, they're afraid because they know they're not right, that you're going to call judgment on them. The very people who you think you can trust are the very people who sitting here doing things to manipulate your life, and they're afraid for you to know the truth because you're going to use whatever God give you on them. Wonder Woman, how you doing, honey? What's going on with you, girl? Welcome, welcome. So now God is allowing in the season that we are living in, things don't even look the same no more. Even when you go in the grocery stores, the food don't even look the same no more. The prices don't even look the same no more. People don't look the same no more. Not too good. Our dad passed. Oh my goodness, Wonder Woman. I am so sorry, honey. Oh my goodness, Wonder Woman. I am so sorry. My condolences goes out to you and your family in this time of bereavement. And I will be praying for you and your family, Wonder Woman. How old was your dad? If you don't mind me asking, Wonder Woman. Stop allowing the enemy to manipulate your life. A lot of time, our people who believe in God miss out on a lot of things because we don't sit and call judgment on the enemy. The enemy secretly in their secret closet praying against us all the time, praying against things that we shouldn't have when God wants us to have beautiful things in life. Welcome, Miss Carla. How you doing? Welcome. Wonder Woman, he been 75 years old, honey. He live a good life, 75. Cause you know back in, well, years ago, people used to live up to what, 100 and something years old plus. Um, but the modern day time that we live in, 75, I think this is 70 some years old and under is really the lifespan of people, is the cutoff span. And they look at it as if you live to 70, up to 70 years old, they consider that living a good life. I guess because we in modern day time now, things have changed. Um, but my condolences goes out to you, Wonder Woman. How Betty Boop doing, hon? Look at my caller. My condolences to you, Betty Boop and Wonder Woman. Exactly, Carla. I'm so sorry to hear that. I remember when my dad passed. I miss my dad. My dad been my rider now. He been my rider. And when let me tell you something, him and my auntie, they like the news, honey. Anything happen, they gonna know. You're welcome, Wonder Woman. You're welcome, honey. If you like Wonder Woman, you can put your cash app up. I can't even say that cash. Oh my goodness. Y'all don't have to donate if y'all don't want to. But if y'all want to donate something, because I am, 'cause Wonder Woman dad passed. You don't have to know anybody to donate something. That's just how I was raised. Most of us was raised. Um, I'm just doing what God tell me to do. So if you like Wonder Woman, you put your cash app in the chat. People pass. You donate sodas, little cakes, and different things. When my sister passed, I remember my mom' house was so full of drinks, y'all. I mean, oh man, the whole kitchen was full of drinks up on the walls and all. And when people come, y'all ever seen where them older folks be coming, they be sneaking off with something at the house, honey. I said, Lord have mercy, the people stealing the kids of soda at the house. I swear, Abby, somebody passed away, you gotta have a little bit of sympathy. They sit for a while and probably eat something, and then they going out with a whole case of soda, sometime two, child. I said, oh my God. I'm sitting in the kitchen like, oh my gosh. I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to talk out loud. I'm thinking to myself, like, what the heck going on right here? Why these people right here sitting here? It's a crying time, and they stealing the food at the house. My mom, she been out of it. She ain't been thinking about that. Her daughter died, and I guess my mom was very quiet when my sister passed, and her and my older sister was very close. And I could tell it really bothered her. Like she was like muted, you know? But all is well, you know. Ain't nothing to cry about. I always look at it, if somebody had to take something, that mean they really need it. Betty Boob, how you doing, Betty Boob? What's going on with you, hun? What's going on? I'm gonna see if I can hold on one. But yeah, I'm gonna do this while I'm talking. God is about to show out on your enemy. When I say he but to show up and show out, he but to show out on your enemy. God is tired of these people keep coming against his people. A lot of us have hidden enemies too. When you go into prayer, you got to ask God to show you who your hidden enemy are. These people don't have no sympathy. Do y'all understand the attack I've been under these past couple months? It was going on longer than that, but the past couple months, these people going hard, baby. The enemy don't care for nobody. They don't have no sympathy. We are talking about some of these people when they've been little kids. They probably say things out of their mouth. You know, that person wicked. I don't never want to work for the devil. I don't never want to be evil. And these are the very people who are up in age, who's sitting here fighting against God's people. Going against hurting God's people, manipulating things, stealing, lying. All just to be jealous. Some of them jealous. Some of them just want what you got. But they don't want to take their time to give themselves to God. They don't want to take the time to go in prayer. They don't want to take their time and just do the right thing by other people. You know, it's one thing when you do something to yourself, but it's another thing when you sit and you hurt other people, just manipulate people and lie and make up things. I see these people ain't gonna get enough God taking their tail up. You hear me? It's always every time one enemy had enough and they heal, they back out doing the same exact thing over again. And it just seemed like when God knocked that one down, another one rise up. I want to just force her hand. Y'all know how many people done been to my house saying that they're managers working for the company? This is no lie. Within this month right here, probably four times within this month. I knock on the door every other day. This is what I'm going through. This is how the enemy work. The enemy will find things or make up anything just to get you, just to get to your mind to make you upset. But you got to understand, God give you power over your enemy. God give you the authority over your enemy. I don't let things like that bother me. So if it's happening to any one of y'all, I don't care what it is. Some of these people coming at the woodwork with old bills. A bill probably from last year you done paid. That's why I tell y'all when it come to y'all bill, make sure y'all go to y'all light company, water company, wherever you paying your bill at, and ask for your ledger. Always keep your ledger put up somewhere safe in your house. If you can get it 2 times a year, that will be good, especially from the light company. Where I'm from, every year they always come to just about everybody and says the bill they didn't paid probably a year ago. Now your lights on, you pay your bill every month, but every year it seems like they do the same exact thing. And you know what they say? Can you please bring the receipt if you paid it? This is what they do. This is what they do. It's sad. It's sad. We are dealing with people who work for companies who's sitting behind the screen and manipulating things against God's people. The very people who goes to church every Sunday or every Saturday, who clap, who shout, who worship God and say they love God, are the main ones who behind these computer screens at these company job manipulating the computer when it comes to some of God's people. And the reason why I'm talking like this, y'all, because I only could tell y'all off experience what I've been through. And most time when it come to God's people, it be others who going through the same exact thing. The same exact thing. We shouldn't have to be living like this. We shouldn't have to live like this. It's sad, y'all. I got this lady right now who have my paperwork, right? Very important papers that belong to me. Okay? That was taken from me. She thought it been a good idea. hmm, in her head, she thought it was a good idea to take what belonged to me because she wanted. I be sitting, y'all, this is no lie, and I know a lot of other people going through something similar. I'm like, what in the world would I can't even fathom me taking something belonging to somebody, manipulate it, or try to get somebody to manipulate it somehow where I could take what God had blessed them with. Who does that? This is what the enemy doing to God's people, stealing from God's people. And they don't even want to do the right thing. These people, y'all, this is no lie. Half of these people on drugs. This lady like to stay to the game, like to play bingo. She like to gamble out money when we really have people out here who really, really, really trying to pay their bills. While she's sitting around playing around like that when people really need help. I be so furious inside, man. Especially, I'm trying to do the right thing. And sometimes I be saying, Lord, if I could take one shoe off and just put it clean up her tail. But I know I can't think like that. But these are the different things the enemy keep doing to God's people for nothing. This lady don't do nothing for my kids nor me. Man, it ain't make no sense, y'all. Then I'm dealing with frauding people in my family, own family. But this is what the enemy do. The enemy come to steal, kill, and destroy. And that's why God is suiting his people up. The season that we are in, God is actually suiting his people up where they can have divine protection because people are wicked, y'all. These people are very wicked on all level. And I don't believe it just happened overnight. I believe these people been wicked like this. We just couldn't see it. You know somebody wicked when they sit and they play with churn. That's wicked. That's sad, y'all. When you got grown people who playing with kids, it's rules to everything. These are God babies. They're sitting here playing with little children. My baby said, Mom, I can't really see nothing. Y'all know how that made me feel inside. I gotta say constantly, don't come to my house. My mind ain't fully there. Don't come to my house. This is what the enemy doing. These are grown people. These are not no little kids. These are fully grown people who doing these type things, y'all. It's sad. But what the enemy is doing in this season, since we have people out here who thinking they're going to force God's people hand and make them because they can't get their way. Let me tell y'all what happened a couple months ago. It been this man. I don't know this. He's an older guy, right? I'm in my 40s. He probably in his late 60s, probably 70, right? He approached me. Okay. But before he actually approached me, every time I go at the store, he used to always say, "Hey, how you doing?" I always was raised to respect your elders. So I speak back like, "Hey, how you doing?" or whatnot. So a couple months after that, he approached me like he wanted to date me, right? My thing is, I'm not interested at all. This man got offended because I turned him away. So my thing in life, y'all, and what I don't like about some of these older men's out here, and you got some older woman probably like the same way too. People got preference on what they like. People choose to like what they like. I don't want to date nobody the age of my daddy. Then when I'm laying in bed with them, I'm feel like I'm laying with my daddy. No. And these men, y'all, this is no lie. These men who do this type stuff, they get angry and start doing things to you. And these men all in this one little group. All these men's in one little group. I got an old ex from 20 years ago rhyme with the former ex attacking me. This is weird, y'all. This is what I'm going through. A lot of God's people are going through the same exact thing. And sometimes I be sitting here thinking, like, Lord, I wonder if these are the same people who are attacking these other people. This is sad. This ain't no make believe. This is happening in real time. But what God is going to do with people who thinking and getting mad because they can't have their way, God is allowing these people to dry. He's going to dry their resources up. He's going to make sure he is going to dry their resources up due to the fact these people don't know when to leave God's people. They just don't know when to stop. They don't know when to stop. They just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Over and over again. It's sad. People can date who they want to date. If I say it's a no, it should be a no. Everybody got their right to say yes or no. That don't give nobody no reason. I don't care who it is. That don't give no right for nobody to say they want to do certain things to somebody just because they don't want to agree. The times that we are living in, we have very wicked people out here. And what these men's don't seem to understand, some, not all. When you sit and you want to force somebody to be with you, that man gonna end up with the right woman, and she gonna do him in real good. That's why I always tell anybody, let life happen naturally. Stop manipulating life to get your way. Nobody shouldn't have to live in this world being nobody's slave or a fool and be walked all over on. I don't need no daddy in my, ain't nobody looking for no daddy. Ain't no woman upon this earth looking for a man to raise them like that's their daddy. Yes, we learn from one another, but no, ain't nobody looking for that. I know I ain't. No, no, no. Fuck that. But this the times that we are living in. AC is weird because I done turn it off and that thing popped back on. I had to turn my camera off because somehow I already done told y'all about my Facebook and YouTube already. It's already been manipulated. So the young lady, what she did was she did something with YouTube. I don't know how them people do things when you manipulate the system and you could get somebody's channel messed up. That's what she done with my channel. I don't find out what it was, but the channel wasn't growing the numbers and stuff. Um why I was taken off the algorithm. This same lady I was telling y'all about. She is very crafty. Very, very crafty. But in due time, I'm gonna get another channel when I get another device. Because if I use this same device, it's still gonna pick it up and it's gonna do the same exact thing. So I gotta start all over from the beginning, all over again from scratch. So that's why I got my camera off because they blacken my screen out where my face won't show at all like this. What I just showing y'all, they kind of blacken out my screen where my face won't be shown. This is what I'm going through. Okay, I'm going through that because she don't want me to be seen on the internet. Very jealous woman. Okay, very, very jealous woman. Jealous woman who want to be in bed with me and my ex. And he knew I don't go that way at all. So she get angry and she started doing weird things like this. And it's sad, y'all. Nobody shouldn't have to. I don't care what she do, but she better not come around me. Let me do this right quick while I'm on here if I forget. It's sad, y'all. But that's what the enemy does. I'm sorry, Benny Nick. This is what God's people are going through. So y'all stay encouraged. Don't give up. No matter what it look like, do not allow the enemy to make you throw in the towel. And always remember your life is more important than money. As long as the enemy is using money to bribe people to do different things. So don't do it. Because a lot of people, what gonna happen when you take a bribe to do anything that's not of God in the season that the realm that we're in right now is a realm. We is in the midst of a realm. In the midst of this realm that we are living in right now, what gonna happen if you accept any money to do anything out of the will of God? You're gonna pay a heavy price. You're gonna start losing things. Do not allow the enemy to trick you. I will never tell you anything wrong. Because we're in a different realm right now. The realm that we're in is not the same realm that we've been in last year. It's very different. And it's gonna hit different for just about Everybody's going to hit different. Let me do this right quick. We live in a different time from last year. The realm that we are living in right now is a realm of people gaining and losing. So let me use this for an example. If you've been doing everything, 2000, let me put this in. If you've been doing great things for people and you've been doing it from the bottom of your heart, coming from a good place, great things going to happen to you in the season that we're in. If you've been doing bad things to people, lying, stealing, cheating, and things like that, you're going to have to pay the piper. It's a price you're going to have to pay in this season. People losing jobs, people losing money, people health is failing. Oh man, all sorts of things going to happen. The devil is tricking a lot of people out of their spot with God in the season that we are in right now. And it's people who we probably couldn't even fathom would do such thing for the enemy. We are living in this time where it's happening. We are living in this time. Always stay prayed up. Keep your faith in God, no matter what the situation look like. And I promise you, He's going to make sure He take care of you. He's going to take you out of that pit that you're in. But you got to keep your faith. Don't allow nobody to take you out of your element. The child, I had to pray a lot sometime when I leave home. I be saying, Lord, please keep me. Because one thing I learned, trouble is easy to get into, but hard to get out. And I don't want to have to end up blacking out and doing something, because that happened to me before. You're welcome, Wonder Woman, honey. Love you too, honey. You're welcome. And I don't want to have to black out. I have actually went through a blackout before, and I ain't taking no chances. And I believe that's how a lot of these people end up dying, because they end up blacking out and they didn't even realize they done killed somebody. Until, the officer said, or they at the hospital and they say, you did such and such. And they be like, no, I ain't never. They blacked out. That's why I try to restrain myself away from others. Oh, Lord. Blessings to you too, Betty Boop. I am so sorry. Wonder Woman told me your dad passed. My condolences goes out to you and your family in this time of bereavement. May your strength stay in the Lord, honey. Because trust me, I've been there. I understand. That's not a good feeling. I think I've been more at peace when my daddy died, but I wasn't at peace when my mama died. Yep, my mom and my sister. But my sister was the one that I think lasted the longest. That it was, I guess, the way how she was taken. Probably, I don't know, but oh man, that thing been on me for years. That's not easy when you lost a mama, a daddy. That hurt be on you for years. Back then, I know how to pray, but I wasn't praying as much. But I believe if I had prayed, God would have took that feeling from me. But I wasn't using common sense. And I knew about prayers and different things, but I just wasn't thinking at that time about that. That's a hurtful thing. I met an older lady years ago. She used to come to my beauty shop or whatnot, and she used to tell me, man, her mom been going with 15, 16 years, and she used to always still think about her mama. I said, ooh, goodness gracious, girl, that's a long time. And it's still been eating her up like it been yesterday. Ooh, mine ain't never last that long, but I tell you, honey, it bothers you. It bothers your mind when you lose a loved one. So y'all stay encouraged to get out of here like 12 o'clock. And I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for joining me once again. And y'all have a nice night.